Okay, hi all. Okay, to make a long story short, I was going to do a video anyway. I was trying to figure out if I wanted to do one on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook and here in my other group or on YouTube. So I was like, which one? And then I was like, I'll do it in here and then I'll just edit it and then send it to YouTube and then just delete this one. So here we go. The thing I like to do is do videos showing my beginning stages because I like doing that because like I said, we all have our different um, go-tos of how we do things. With myself, I love being different. So even if I'll go with one thing one way, when I have something else, it could be six pairs of boots. They can be identical boots. I will still do them completely different. And so that's why I like doing videos showing my preps and how I start things off and how my mind goes into creating things because it's always different. So maybe this is a good idea for y'all. I have no idea. I'm gonna add or try to add people. It usually only lets me add 5, so let's see. And there we go, 5. Okay, so I'm doing these boots. I love the wintertime, I swear to y'all, because I know a lot of people wear boots in the summertime, but I don't know. I just wear my Jordans in the summer, but then when the winter hit, then I'm like, it's about to go. And like I said, when I started creating these shoes 3 years ago, it was kind of funny because I was not girly, still not really girly, but I'm starting to get to where I like that feeling I get from when I wear some shoes that I create. Get what I'm saying? I don't think I'm gonna ever go or figure out how to do the makeup thing because I can't stand it. I'm being honest. Like I did try. I never want people to think I didn't try to do the girly thing. When I was younger, I tried to do the makeup. I never looked right. I always looked like Tammy Faye Baker, or makeup used to make me look older. And I just never liked makeup because it was a lot to go into it. And coming from having a mom who, my mom does not, till this day, my mom does not go anywhere without having her makeup on and also having her little makeup bag in her purse. And I'm just like, wow, okay, no, no. So, no, I was never that type of person. Um, I've never really been into dresses. I know that we were raised that dresses on women define the feminine. And yeah, I'm sorry. I am a feminine person. Now, when I'm in my home, I dress certain ways, but I'm sorry. I can't do the dresses and even the skirts. Let me explain. With skirts on, my shape does not wear them well because when I walk, the skirt it goes up. I'm not even lying. Like, like it just goes up. And then so I spend my day pulling it down, it going up, coming down, and that work on my nerves. So that's a wrap on that. That's a wrap. I'm sorry. So let's get back to these boots. I always do that. Like people sometimes ask me, how I am. I'm like, when I tell them, they like, wow, that you're kind of weird. I'm like, I don't think I'm weird, but if you think I'm weird, okay. So I have 2 boots. These are the same boots, but I wanted to show you something. This would be the pair of boots, like if you wanted to put them on, say you didn't have socks on or you had really thin socks. That's how that shape of that boot would look. This boot would be if you had on some thick winter socks. I like to show you the difference because people don't get how this has an effect. Meaning, say you actually wear a size 8.5, right? But you see these cute boots and they're an 8. And then you want to bling them out. I guess I want to bling them out. Now, say the 8.5 you fit in this boot. You fit those when you slide on them little thin sheer stocking when you put them in, on in the store and slide into them. So that's not the same as when you put them thick winter socks on because a lot of times we wear thicker socks in the wintertime than we do in the summer. All this has an effect, meaning, like I said, you'll wear 8.5, right? With stockings on, you fit it. But then you get an 8. Then you want to bling it out. And that doesn't count the socks thing. So think about how that's going to be tight fitting. And then when you put bling on, heck yeah, when you walk in, that bling start popping off. You know why? Because do you see what I'm saying? You didn't take that into, and I don't know why. And I know I'm not, a lot of people, women will admit to it. Some people be like, nah, we women have this thing. We don't like people to know our real shoe size because I guess They, you know, people, I've seen a lot of memes, they make fun of women with, you know, if you wear a size 9, blah, 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 you got like big feet, manly feet. And so women try to get smaller size shoes to try to make it seem like they, you know, dainty and petite, but it messes you up. There's a lot of times when you're wearing those small shoes, you can't wear them for long because your feet start killing you. You get blisters, all that. I'm like, I'm sorry. I would, yeah. I wear 8.5 in shoes. I wear 9 in boots. Hey, guess what? Yeah, I got big feet, and what does that have to do with the person? Nothing. But let's move on. The more you know. Okay. So this was, I had already started here, and I always think of doing a video after I've already started, so you see I've started. So this one I haven't, so let's do this one. Now this is the way I'm going with this, nice, curvy, sexy. And yes, at first I was like, okay, I could just do some lines with the different bling. And I was like, but that felt basic, and I was like, even if I go this way with it, no, I love different. I love doing things that I don't see all the time. That way when I see it, I stop. Whenever I see anything that I don't normally see, I stop and I'm like, ooh. Things that I see all the time, I just walk past. I don't know if you're like me. If you are, cool. If you're not, hey, that's all right. So I'm going to put this shoe here. Yeah. And so you see how this one is going this way? So that means this one, I want to go like this, you know. I want that to go like that. Now you'll go, oh, but with these, one thicker, one thinner, is going to mess this up. No, because I always do my shoes with the thickness, with the understanding this is how it's going to look when I wear thick socks with this. So that means with this one, I had already had it thicker, but I took it out so that you can see the narrow look. So yeah, this one's going to get pup back up before I put bling on it, because this is how I want that mold to set. And with the heel, a lot of people will ask me, with it being so low, when I walk, doesn't the impact of it make this bling come off? Well, no, because like I said, I do a thicker consistency of adhesive in the places that I know is going to have more impact, like here, because this, you know, your foot expands when you walk. And so I put a thicker amount of adhesive. You already know I do the hot fix, so that means I'm going to heat this up. And then I'm going to, well, now with just my regular hand, because those stones will be hot, I'll get my friend Mr. Saki on, and then I'll hold it so that means that E6000 will heat up, and the adhesive underneath these stones will heat up, and then when you compress it and let it cool down, it locks it in, and then boom! Not only that, I take my syringe, and I hit it with the UV resin and let it spin while it's working. So yeah, if they come off after not one adhesive, not 2, 3, show me that. And I would show you all me doing it with the syringe, but as I had to tell Joe today, I had to order another thing of UV resin because I forgot to close the top again. And I had to order another one. Let's just move on. And yeah, I like spending $20-something, you know, because I'm a baller. I am not. I hate that I did that again, but I'm being dead serious. So yeah, I'll do that. And I'll even put it right here, so all that, trust me, it's not. And of course I cut my strips because I like the strips better than the sheets. I know the sheets can be used, but think about how many sheets you would have to buy to do a whole coverage, and I'm just like, it's never gonna happen. That doesn't even have to do with being like cheap. That has to do with just like, come on now, there's so many more things that I could do with that, and I can make it, you know, use it on so many things instead of just one sheet for one shoe, another sheet for another shoe. No. So like I said, I cut them into strips. And like I said, you know. And so I started where right here I gave space. Meaning I didn't paint all the way up here because I didn't want to, because I knew I needed this to hold on to the new surface that I created. And then on the outside, I'm going to have that E6000. I'm going to hold that. And that's when I'm going to bring out the bling. So there's a method to my madness. So, like I said, I pulled it down, giving leeway. Do you see how right there? Because if you try to put this bling adhesive on that suede, it's not going to hold. But you notice on here, it will. And that's why it's always good to change the surface that you're working with. I don't even remember what I was. Okay, so. Ooh, that's so pretty. and you just and get that curve. See, majority of the time it does it for you. It does what you, the curve you're trying to get it to do. It's like, I got you, girl. Like, you want me to do what on it? You get what I'm saying? Now with this, I feel like I want to do an extra part of it. So all you do is lift that up. You notice the paint is not coming off with it. And then you just, look, I'm still making that curve happen. And like I said, I love that you can keep repositioning it until you are comfortable with it without worrying about it pulling the paint up, messing up the surface. But it also stays. Do you get what I'm saying? And then when you hit it with that heat gun, it's like, girl, look, I got you. And I love what it got me. And I also have the rhinestone strip at the bottom. And again, I put it on there and it stays. And then I hit it with the heat gun. And that's a wrap. And then, of course, you still going under here with your E6000 or whatever glue you prefer to start adding your stones. So that means it's that glue underneath that has got to stay, and then you're adding more glue. There's no way that should come off. I'm being dead on. And no, I'm not giving you my life on the line, but I'm just saying, I haven't, all the shoes that I customize, I wear, including the ones that I sell, and not a single customer has ever called me and said that my bling has come off. Not a single one. Not one. And I stay in contact with people. I'm one of those people. I like to get feedback from the same people I sell to. And people I've sold computers to a few years ago that I've customized something on. I call them, hey, how you doing? How the laptop? Sure do. It sounds weird, but I like that. I like that extra confidence it gives you, knowing it still holds up and they still happy with it. They still, when I talk to them, they still so excited talking about something that I've done. I love it, girl, and da-da-da-da-da. And when I take it there, I like that. I like that something I've done made somebody really happy. And if someone was disappointed in it, I would want to know that too, because I would want that feedback to know how can I make that better. Number one, not only to them, but to myself the next time I try to do this. And so, yeah, I'm happy with that, in case you're wondering. That's why I cut it. And then look, say I don't waste anything. Know that. So go there just to show y'all how it would fit on there. Can you see? And like I said, I will put this on, get my heat gun, then hit it with the E6000. Now, like I said, I kept thinking of different ways I wanted to start this off with the bling, but of course, as always, I'm like, I don't want to do the same regular, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna do it this way. I use my metallic markers like Lulu, but I also use my wax pencil to do my drawing in freehand, because I'm able to put it on there when I'm ready to use the strips or rhinestones themselves. Hint, that's what I'm gonna be doing. Then all I have to do is put those on there, and then put the heat, and then the wax, of course, is not going to stay on there, because heat, wax, heat, candle, you get it. And that's how quickly it goes. So I'm starting. Ooh, yeah, I love how that looks. Sexy, can I? Well, I remember when everybody thought Ray J was about to just keep killing it with the songs, and then nope, it was just that one hit wonder. It was that one and that one with him and Lil Kim. Wait a minute, working all day. I don't remember the rest of the song, so never mind. Am I the only one that do that? Like, they'll have that song in your head. You used to be singing it like crazy, but now you just like, you might remember the first or second verse, and then you like, I'm out. Okay, so on here, I started probably right here, and all I did was, all you got to do is, I love saying that because I know it annoys people, because they're like, why are you always saying all you got to do is? Because if I tell myself it's going to be complicated and hard to do, it makes me less likely to want to do it, because I'm stubborn. But if I tell myself all you got to do is, then I don't find what works for you. That works for me. I don't know. Denial is the answer sometimes. So here we go. So boom, boom, do, 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 do. See? Annie in here. And like I said, the fun part about it being wax is either you can wipe it off like this, or like I said, get your heat gun or a warm towel and just wipe it off. I need that like that. What? Okay. I think okay, I was just thinking about something the other day. I think everybody in my group is married except for like 4 people. So I always want to know about the ones that are single. Like, how is it with the dating thing now? Because I won't lie, y'all. I haven't dated in so long, I give it up. But it would be so scary to date right now. Like, how do you even, what's your pickup line? Hey, you you want to go get tested together? Like, I don't even understand how you would do that. Like, they had a guy trying to holler at me the other day, and it was kind of funny, y'all, because I'm not even gonna lie. I had already got in my car, right? He was outside, and he was like trying to tap on the window to get me to roll that window down, and I was like, I'm not. He didn't have a mask on. I was like, I am not rolling. It was so weird because I know it was probably more with me bugging than him, but that was no way I was rolling that window down. And he was kept trying to find a way to get my number again. I'm like, dude, just no, let's just not let this happen. It's just that's. I'm sorry, y'all. I just don't even understand. I already was corny with the dating, and I just really don't know how to do it now. It's just one of those things with me. Weird. But if it helps you, the reason why it's just weird to me, because I've never been this, single this long in my life. Not even joking. I don't know if that says a lot about me. I don't know. I've always been in a relationship, long-term relationships. And when I got divorced, I was single for like a year, I think, and then of course I got in a relationship again, and then that relationship was for a few years, and then now I'm just single, and it's just weird because I don't know, do I just stick with the single for life or what? Now see how I don't like how this one looks? Just to show you what I'm saying. Got my friendly friend Mr. Heat Gun. Friend Mr. Saki. And just like that, paint still on, but the line is gone. So. I don't know, should I leave that like that? I like that like that. And then how am I gonna do this side? I love that I had thought about it and I wanted to do something different, but I didn't think like anything further than that. Like, okay, well then, what now? I'm like, I don't know. And then of course I'm gonna have to replicate the same thing on there. So it's just like, ooh, okay. Maybe from here to here. I don't know, I think I love more of the unplanned ideas that I have where I don't even know how I'm going to do it. I don't have like a sketchbook next to me where I go, oh, well, I had already sketched a few ideas. Like, no, I didn't. I'm just like, eh. I'm like, how will you know? Like, hey, I don't know. Like, we both find out at the same time. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Would that not be weird if I did that like that? And just have all that just straight. Now I'm gonna put that. Okay, yeah, I talk to myself when I'm creating. I always say, people tell you you're weird, but I'll always say I love my weird. And I'm gonna do that. So what I've decided on is I love how that looks, where I'm going to have more of a certain color bling right here. And then see how I did this. But now I'm going to instead take that from here and I'm going to make that connect. And that's how I'm going to flow with that. There we And again, keep going. And yes, I could just use my friend Mr. Saki, but I don't want to just keep rubbing it like crazy, because then that's when you'll mess up the paint. And then I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. And you'll think heat would mess the paint up, but no, friction actually, to continue to keep doing that over it, would actually be the thing that messes up the paint. And can I make it just straight perfectly even? Yes, I can. So yeah. That's how I am going to do that. And of course, like, say you're not good with what I just did, I can actually show you a cute method that I do sometimes, actually, especially on like laptop lids and game systems that I do for people. And I've freestyled and done one, and I'm like, hold on, I want to do that on a controller. So I got to do what? I'll take a picture of it, right? Just like that. And then to here, say I want to do it, all I got to do is edit. And then just flip it. Look. And so now I'll know how that pattern should be on here, because sometimes it's harder for people to see it in a flipped way to do it on something else. But this makes it so much easier for you. So just wanted you all to know that. Okay, so like I said, I just wanted to show you that. I didn't want to do a long video. Like I said, I already started on this hill because I told y'all I was so excited about it, because I love that it had the little round instead of, you know how all the hills are like square. I love that. Like I said, y'all remember what the hills were? They had the like gray stripes going down, and I just painted it with the gray paint. And then I'm really excited to finish this up. So thanks for stopping by. Bye all.